Good morning, class. So today we are going to be looking at our Unit 4. We're going to look at our Lesson 1 today. So we've been talking about and learning about fossils and rocks and how they're formed, and we kind of tied it into finding fossils of dinosaurs, since that's something that you're all interested in. I know that we had a group discussion about it, and we talked about how we've looked at different types of fossils and how we can tell different facts from those fossils. So today we're really going to take a deeper look. So we're going to kind of build on that information that we've been talking about. We're going to take a deeper look at our lessons. So today's is going to be Lesson 1. We're going to look at rocks and fossils, or evidence of Earth's history. So I know all of you are on your online, and I've shared this page with you. So let's look at our lesson opener. So we're going to go down here and we're going to, can you explain it? So we talked about dinosaurs, and can we explain dinosaurs and the history of the Dinosaur Provincial Park. So this is basically where we've talked about where they're finding a lot of the dinosaur fossils. And can we explain how these fossils have been preserved? So about 76 million years ago, dinosaurs lived alongside turtles, crocodiles, small mammals. The area consisted of swamps and lush vegetation, as well as many rivers that flowed into nearby sea. So how can we determine when these ancient animals lived? So we talked about, well, this was about 76 billion years ago that the dinosaurs roamed the earth, and we watched a short film on scientists and digging up fossils and how they were able to find information on it. So now today we're really going to take a deeper look into our main question. So the main question I want you guys to answer today are: the rocks and fossils found today in the Dinosaur Provincial Park tell us about the area's past environments, plants, and animals. How do you think scientists could determine the age of an ancient item such as a fossil or rock? So we've already had previous discussions about this, and now it's up to you guys to type in this question and to answer it and tell me, how do you think they were able to how do you think scientists could determine the age of an ancient item, such as a fossil or rock? So I'll give you just a couple minutes to answer that question. Awesome. So as you guys are finishing up answering your question really quick, I see most of you are getting done. You're putting your hands up into our live feed saying you are done. So let's look into our evidence notebook. So as you explore this lesson, gather evidence to help explain how we can determine when these ancient animals lived. So we're all really fascinated in dinosaurs, and due to our prior discussion about it, a lot of you have a lot of questions. I mean, We've talked about dinosaurs, we've talked about types of dinosaurs and where they lived, and the different theories about their extinction. And now we're really going to take a deeper look into the facts about it and how we can find out all this information about these dinosaurs based on the fossils that are found in the areas that they're found in. So in our evidence notebook, I want you to write down the question as you explore this lesson, gather evidence to help explain how we can determine when these ancient animals lived. So go ahead and do so. And then we're going to hop into our first lesson here. So first things first, we have to kind of learn about the different types of rocks that are formed and the different types of rocks that these fossils are found in. So describing the formation of sedimentary rocks and fossils, I want you guys to take a minute and I want you to read it, and then I want you to kind of share with a partner what you think, and you guys can share in your own little chat rooms what you think the different. So I want you to talk about sedimentary rocks and why would anyone want to study these rocks. So why are we studying rocks? What is the point of studying rocks? I want you guys to really figure out and understand why it's so important to study the different types of rocks. And throughout this whole unit, we're going to learn the different types of rocks and how they pertain to fossils and how they pertain to dinosaurs, and how we can find out more information depending on what type of rocks or fossils are found in. And we'll just play the audio on this.
Exploration 1. Describing the formation of sedimentary rocks and fossils. Why would anyone want to study rocks? Rocks can tell us about Earth's past environments and organisms. Some rocks can tell us about events, such as meteorite impacts and volcanic eruptions, that happened in the distant past. It may seem like rocks are permanent, but they form and change over thousands or millions of years through processes such as erosion, deposition, melting, and burial. Different rocks form in different environments. For example, granite forms when magma cools under Earth's surface, while sandstone forms from grains of minerals or other rocks that settle in layers and harden over time.
Okay, so we learned that the rocks are formed and they form and they can tell us about the past environments and organisms. Some rocks can tell us about events such as meteorite impacts and volcanic eruptions that happened in the distant time. So this is really important, especially when it ties into the theory, which a lot of you had about the dinosaurs, and a theory that we hear about the dinosaurs that they became extinct due to a volcanic eruption or due to meteorites. Okay, so now we're kind of tying things together and we're kind of understanding why it is so important to learn the different types of rocks and knowing where those fossils are found and what types of rocks they're found in to help us gather more information. So we're going to go down. And this is for you guys to discuss. Look at the rock layers in the photo. Note any patterns in their change. Which rock layer formed first? So which rock layer do you guys think formed first? Yeah. So the bottom layer formed first.
This layer formed about 250 million years ago. Fossils and patterns in the rock suggest that the rock layer formed near a seashore. Middle layer. This rock layer formed about 200 million years ago. By studying this rock layer, scientists can tell that tropical lakes and streams once existed where it formed. Top layer. This rock layer began forming about 145 million years ago. Patterns in the rock show that it formed in a desert environment with huge sand dunes.
So,
similar to today's Sahara Desert.
So obviously she's telling us that, you know, as we read through when each one was formed and how it was formed and kind of what kind of environment it was formed in. So you guys are going to go all the way down here. We have a couple questions for you to answer. So you're going to explore these images to learn about sedimentary rock further. And then you're going to go ahead and answer some questions about the formation of those rocks.